Like there's that, but then again, I don't really believe in space as well because
you're gonna have to expand on that one.
Like,
yeah,
I don't believe it's a thing. Like
it exists.
I haven't seen it. I haven't been out there. I haven't been out the planet. So.
Hello everyone, welcome back. This is The Capsule. My name is Luke. On my left is Tally. And Abe is back and he's just changed his face a little bit. He was looking a bit old, so we wanted to make him look a bit more youthful. So we got him some little plastic
the allergy
surgery.
really messed him up, so he just had a facial transplant.
It worked really,
that was a good
really
one.
well.
I didn't see that coming. No, we have a guest with us today, filling up the shoes of Abe Jarman. We have Monsieur Kane. What's up, Mr. Kane?
Well, go on.
You can pull that a bit closer if you want. So yeah, we have Mr. Kane. If you don't know Kane, he is a hip hop dancer, choreo dancer. Do you do any other styles of dance?
Not strongly.
Okay.
Yeah.
All around dancer, all around good guy. He's one of the younger generation dancers that is kind of, in my opinion, like leading the scene at the moment for his generation, doing really well, making a name for himself in the battle scene, and just so happens to live right there. So it was going to happen at some point that he came on the podcast. Just quick hello, how are you guys? How are you feeling?
Good. Bit of a manic Monday.
It is a bit, innit?
Just another manic Monday. I've aged myself.
That was lovely.
But well.
Yeah?
Yeah, thanks
good?
for asking. How are you?
I'm all right. It's a bit... I was saying to Sophia before we started, like, no matter how much time I have in the day, I always set up last minute. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm like 2 hours before, I'm like, right, I'll start to set up. And then it's like, as everyone's getting here, I'm finishing putting the mics up. It's like... Mm-hmm. I'm a nightmare. But yeah, Sophia helped me set up. Shout out to Sophia. Also visuals, also in the house. And shout out to our producer in the house.
Bye-bye, Jenny.
Bye-bye, Jenny.
Hello, Jenny.
We should have thought of a good tag for Kane. We should have prepared it.
But I had a manic Monday too.
We all had a manic Monday. That should have been the thing.
That should be the title of the episode.
Manic Kane Monday.
Oh,
Mannequin.
Manicure.
Mannequin.
Mannequin.
Very good, yeah.
Anyway, how are you?
I'm tired.
Fresh off a couple of wins this weekend. Let's go. Back to back Saturday, Sunday. Back to college on a Monday. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm tired.
Had
a long day at college today.
What are you studying?
Dance.
Oh, sick.
Are you?
Fair. That makes sense.
We've got like a show coming up.
Okay.
None of my group was in today.
Ah,
Oh,
great.
no.
So have you got like cheeky technique and stuff as well?
I try. Like I don't really pay attention in them lessons. I try, but it's just a bit.
It's not what you're there for.
Not really, no.
Fair.
I'm just there to get the
Qualification.
That's
Which college?
Southwark College.
Okay.
Sick.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Lovely stuff.
Go
How are we
you.
doing on level? Should we pull this closer?
Yeah,
Sorry.
maybe
Sorry,
talk
love it.
like you're about to.
Jen,
I don't.
keep it clean. Keep it clean.
I would say
should be
drop
fine.
a bar.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to talk about putting his mouth on the mic.
That's
Okay. Anyway,
It's already. We're 4 minutes. Not even 4 minutes in.
We're not
and
even
It's already getting out of hand.
Genevieve Lou, how are you today?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm just ready. I'm focused. I'm ready.
Yeah. Which means definitely you're not focused.
Yeah, which
already.
means I'm
the
stressed.
tone that you said that in means it's not happening.
It means that I'm stressed and I'm looking at all the buttons and yeah.
Okay.
Topic at a time.
And
Topic
eating
at a time.
popcorn.
Yes. Yeah, we can hear.
That's what I'm like.
Welcome to the ASMR podcast.
I don't like it.
Okay, so what's gone on?
All right. Well, we've actually got a friend on the line. A friend of the Capsule, a friend of the Luke, a friend of the Tally, a friend of the Jen, a friend of the world.
Hello.
Hi, Lee.
Can you see me and hear me?
I can
Yes.
see you and hear you. How well can you see me and hear me?
I can see you all very clearly and I can hear you all very clearly.
Can you hear us though?
Wonderful. As
Right.
long as you can hear us, it's fine. But I think we have to shout a little bit.
Wonderful. Can I do this as well as talk?
Oh, you can do anything you want, my friend.
Wow,
Look at you,
multitasking.
multitasking.
Oh, bit of mime.
Oh,
Oh wow!
Oh,
Wow!
oh.
Are you Ricochet?
Are you a dancer by some?
Yeah.
Wow.
Are you Ricochet from Ricochet?
No, he's Ricochet from Got to Dance.
Oh no!
From Ireland, Rick O'Shea.
How's it going, mate? You all right?
Yeah, very well. Thanks
Good.
for having me.
Of course, mate. Well, the reason we're here is not just a social call, not just to tell you that your skin is flawless, although it is.
Which it is.
Not just to tell you that your hair looks magnificent and it's paying off growing it over all these years. Not just to tell you that your glasses suit your face perfectly and your pectoral muscles are busting out of that shirt.
Oh yeah.
As well as your nips. Close the window.
Good evening.
It's cold.
No, tell us why we're here. What? Lee, focus. Everyone, regroup. Podcasters, assemble.
His
What?
eyes are up here.
Yeah. What? What are we here discussing? You got a big project coming up. Well, you're in the middle of a big project, right?
Yeah, man.
Tell me
This is why
everything.
I wanted to come on today.
Hit me.
So check this.
Checking
So,
it.
if you don't know me, my name is Lee. I go by the name of Ricochet in the dance scene, and I used to pop a lot, and now I only pop sometimes, right?
Nice.
But I also did art sometimes, and I would do art a lot. So we flipped it,
Yeah.
and now I'm making a lot of art about dancing and about movement. So yeah, right. So the reason I wanted to come on is because I wanted to spread the word. Because basically, if you've paid attention to anything that's happening in the dance scene, you know that breaking got put in the Olympics recently, right?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What? Which is amazing.
It is
right?
amazing.
And not because it's because it's the Olympics, which is pretty cool, but because of the opportunities that will come from it, but also because of how people will view street dance going forward, right? When you see that someone has an Olympic medal in something, you think, oh, wow, that's pretty good, right? So that's what inspired me to do what it is that I'm doing now. And what I'm doing now is I'm making art about dancers, right? So I'm making art specifically about street dancers, and more specifically about poppers, because I did popping a lot. Now it's the thing I do sometimes. So what I wanted to do was to take street dance, and I wanted to put it in the public's eye where it was viewed in a higher light. And doing art and doing fine art, I realized that there is a hierarchy within the arts where people view certain things within the arts in a certain way. So you'll look at kind of classical music, ballet or whatever, or fine art in a really nice way. And you'll look at kind of street dance or urban culture or whatever, or hip hop in a bit of a crappy way, depending on what background you're from. But most of the people that view street dance and hip hop culture and whatever in the kind of the lesser way will be from a background where they have all the funding, opportunities, money, and all that kind of shit, right? So what I wanted to do was do a similar thing to what's happening with breaking and take street dance and put it in the fine art world, because I know that there's a lot of money, funding, but there's also a lot of positive perception around different types of art in the fine art world. So what I decided to do was create a project where you can show street dance through the lens of fine art. And I decided to kind of embark on that just under a year ago. I think maybe just under a year ago with the namespace. I did a project of dancers that I drew and I painted, and I exhibited them in North London at an exhibition called the Namespace exhibition. And since then, I've been working towards creating a bigger project and putting it in a bigger art fair, and I'm doing it.
Yeah.
So,
And just on that note, if you go on the Capsule YouTube, there's a film which me and Sophia made called We Are Artists.
Gorgeous film.
Oh, thank you. And we showed it at the AIM Collective week at ELD, and it kind of gives you a little overview of this project that Lee's talking about. So if you're already on our YouTube or if you're on Spotify or whatever, go check out the YouTube, scroll down a bit and you'll see it, and it will kind of give you a little bit of an insight, well, more than he just gave, into the project.
Yeah, am I allowed to expand on that a little bit?
Yeah, expand.
You sure? I don't want to take up too much time.
No,
but,
expand like the guy in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory that ate the thing that he wasn't supposed to eat.
or like Harry Potter's aunt in
Let's
Prisoner of Azkaban,
go.
number 3.
Or just
References.
expand like start talking.
Start talking more about the point.
Okay.
Okay, so so that film, Sophia, I didn't realize you're in the room. Big ups.
She can't hear you, but Lee said big up, Sophia. We haven't got enough equipment yet.
Okay, cool. So basically, like Luke said, him and Sophia helped me make a project along with 3 other dancers and East London Dance, and we came together to make a project in February where it was around this idea of showing street dance through the lens of fine art. And I got all of the material. With Luke and Sophia's help and East London Dance and the dancers, I organized this day where we could come and get a bunch of footage. And we got a bunch of pictures and video referencing for me to be able to use to paint. And I was going to make paintings that I was going to submit in a big art fair. Now, that art fair is actually called the Other Art Fair, and it's presented by Saatchi Gallery. And if you know anything about art, Saatchi Gallery is
Big
deal.
Like,
It's a big boy gallery.
Big boy gallery.
Big boy gallery. It's a big boy gallery. I don't know what I'm doing. Big boy gallery. And and the mad thing is, I just want to like emphasize like the importance of being there, not to kind of boost myself, but just to show how good of an opportunity it is to highlight street dancers. So this fair is presented by Saatchi Gallery. So like I think they represent like Damien Hirst, Banksy, like big names, like huge fair. And they do the fair in London 3 times a year. They do it in America and Australia. And getting in on your first try is not unheard of, but it's a bit uncommon, which I did. And I got in on the really good one. So it's like there's fewer artists. There's 100 artists at the fair I'm at in July, which I'll talk more about in a second. And it's curated by Saatchi Gallery themselves. So they actually pick the artists in the fair. So I presented the work to them and I said, this is what I want to make the work about. They picked me. So now I get to. And I'm currently in the process of finishing up the first 2 big pieces, which are of 2 of the dancers that were from the day that I did the project with Luke and Sophia and the 3 dancers.
Show us.
Okay, so we've got the first little one. This is of Abe, the other co-host of the Capsule.
Oh, he's not there in person, but he's there in painting.
Jeez. Where is it? How do you turn the camera around on this?
I don't know.
Press the turn the camera.
This is where you do this way like that. How do you turn the camera around? How do you do that? Where's the camera?
Just turn your phone, Grandma.
Should I just turn my phone? Oh no, here it is. I found it. I found the button. Press the button. There we go. Okay, cool. So,
let's
so
go.
Good.
So,
it's so good.
So that's the first one. Ignore the light glaring. But yeah, this is the first one. So the idea is the project is to highlight pop-in movement. So Abe is one of the 3 dancers. And the pop-in movement I wanted to highlight and connect to fine art or the fine art world was around poses that you would normally see within paintings, within fine art. And there are very similar poses that you'll see throughout 16th to 19th century art in fine art, so in the National Portrait Gallery, the Tate or whatever, that we actually do a lot in pop-in. And Abe is someone that represents some of those poses really well. So that's what this piece is about. It's about representing a pose called Adlocution, and it's a very strong style of pop-in or strong pose that you'll see a lot in these paintings, and that's what this is about right there. So that's good. That one. And then the other one, the bigger piece, the showstopper, click this.
Oh! And who's that?
Your boy Breaks.
Sick.
That is Breaks.
Looking like Doctor
So
Strange.
What's the light?
Yeah.
Is the light, if I do this?
No, it looks good.
It looks amazing.
It looks good.
I went to the future and there were
it's better with it on.
18 million possibilities.
Is that better now?
That's not even yeah.
Can you see it?
All right. Yeah, it's better with it on, with the lights on.
Better with it on? Okay, cool.
That's what she said.
What?
What's
better.
going on over there?
So yeah, so this is Breaks, and he is another dancer. So he is a dancer that I've been wanting to represent throughout art for like 5 years. I've been trying to find a project to show him off, because Breaks is one of those dancers that he'll do some things that you've never seen before that no one will ever try again. Like no one moves like him. And this was a big piece to show, to kind of have this kind of movement or kind of imagery of a dancer that you wouldn't really see from anyone else. So there's a kind of 2 pose mix there where he's going through some kind of twisted movement to represent one of the other poses throughout history called serpentine, or the serpentine figure, where it's a lot of twisting and contorting your body. So that's what that one is about.
That looks so
You're so
sick.
good, man. So proud of you.
Lee.
Yeah.
You're pretty good at painting, innit?
Am I right?
I think so.
You're amazing.
And if people want to come to this fair, can they, or how does it work?
Yes. So this fair is in King's Cross, and it's from June 30th, so this month in about 3 weeks, till July 3rd. So it's the Thursday
Not long.
till the Sunday. So to the Sunday.
Yeah.
Sunday.
Sunday.
No, it's not long at all. So it's a 4-day fair. The first day, June 30th, the tickets are a bit more expensive. It's one of them private viewings for like collectors,
Fancy people.
galleries and stuff to go along. But so I think it's like £25 a head to go on that night. But the 1st to the 3rd is actually £11 per person to go, and it's open to everyone. So what I'm saying to everyone is, please, if you're interested in art, if you're interested in dance, and you're interested in just having art and dance or mix, or you're interested in dance being shown in a I guess a more appreciated environment that we would normally be used to, please come along and see the work there, because I'm just trying to show it off as many people as possible. If not, no stress. I'm going to be in a bunch more fairs after this for sure. So I'm going to show it.
Sick.
I'm going to show it off more for sure. But yeah, so also there's in terms of getting tickets. So the actual event is called the Other Art Fair. I don't know if I should if you could link to this on the screen or do whatever.
Well, now that you've said it, I'm going to have to.
Yep. The Other Art Fair.
No, I'll put the link in the description, everyone.
Well, it's theotherartfair.com.
Okay, there you go.
Perfect. Theotherartfair.com. I'll give Luke the code to put in the description for half off tickets.
Oh, let's
that
go.
I get to hand out.
He's bringing
Which
us
is cool.
discounts. Let's go.
50%.
50%.
Very good. As
Yeah,
Sally would say.
and so I just wanted to get the word out as much as possible. I'm
Yep.
trying to basically just highlight street dance. Basically, the whole point of the project is for me to be able to get people that don't know about street dance or aren't interested in it to see it how I see it. And I see us all as artists, and I see us as some of the most innovative people on the planet. And you'll see things like TikTok at the moment is blowing up with people dancing on there. And a lot of the stuff that they get either comes from Afro culture or street and hip hop culture, right?
Tell 'em.
And it's this things where it's like, I just want people to see and appreciate us for how incredible the whole scene is, but really kind of see us how we see each other. And that this is like my first step and foray into that dynamic.
What a G.
Let's go.
I mean, we have a button for this, but bye-bye, Jenny. Okay.
That's what I have to say.
Lee, we love you. Thank you
Yes.
for calling in. Everybody go check out Lee and his project on Instagram and TikTok, which I'll leave in the description as well. And if you can go and check out Lee's work at the Other Art Fair,
I'll be there.
Please do.
You coming, Sally? I heard that.
bye.
We love you, Lee. Bye. Cool. So that was Lee. Good friend of mine, lovely artist. Do go and check him out if you can. I think for our next little segue, we'll go to our new expert of the week, which is Kane. Kane, tell us about what we're about to look at, what the deal is, what have we heard, what's going on. Give us a little pre-intro before we watch what we're about to watch.
Basically, we're about to witness IMD get absolutely shagged.
Oh,
yeah.
Tell him.
But obviously, there's other things.
Okay, so what was so IMD were on Britain's Got Talent. This is the semi-finals, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
And they didn't get through. And there is somewhat of an uproar about such
Is there?
things.
Yeah, because there's a lot of things like after when we watch the videos, they're going to be shown on screen as well.
The video will be shown on screen. Yeah.
There's things like camera angles and stuff. Because it's TV, you don't get to see it all in person, and everyone knows a different vibe in person.
Yeah.
So there was different camera angles that they kind of messed up on.
Like they didn't do the set justice.
Yeah, but it was still an amazing set.
Yeah.
And I heard something about the lights as well. They basically said at the start they couldn't have lights. Like they weren't allowed any lighting or anything. And then they had to like count at them. Yeah, we need our lights. You know what I'm saying? Because that's Omar's vision, and he wants it to be portrayed.
How he
yeah,
is that something that they usually have on?
Well,
Like, do they usually say no lights on?
It's Britain's Got Talent, so I assumed you allowed anything you want.
Hmm.
Like when I used to watch it back in the day, you had
There was
people
all sorts of
on TVs and like, you know what I'm saying. You get all these things.
interesting.
So-
But I feel like also it's television, so it's never what you think. I'm sure that
Yeah, like, there's
behind the
always a behind the
scenes,
scenes.
Yeah, I
it's
was,
never what it gives the impression of. Like, that's the sense I get it.
I have a email thread between myself. With a boy band lot in it? I don't think so. Between myself and Brian Friedman, because they wanted to have like girls in the boy band's BGT. I think it was semis, and like the boys just did not want it. And
like backup dancers for the dancers.
yeah,
Right.
and that's obviously not what the boys envisioned for like their piece. And it wasn't from Brian, but it's just you could tell that like the producers had one idea of what the piece needed to be. And it didn't necessarily align with the boys, because I think with crews there's a difference, like with the acts that just come with like their act, they're not going to care so much about the production around it,
Right.
Yeah.
whereas for us, where we do make work with all that involved, I guess it's a bit of a surprise to be like, what do you mean you're just going to flash random coloured lights at
Yeah.
any point during my set? So I do understand it as a
Yeah.
issue, but I also understand why a producer would be like,
That's what's gonna happen.
we're not doing a tech.
Yeah.
You just
I
make
think
sure you don't slip and crack on.
for me the hard thing is like, because it's portrayed as a talent show, competition. If it was like, here's just a TV show, right? And it's like, then they say, look, you can't have your lights, you have to do this, we're gonna add like backup dancers to your piece or whatever it might be. It's like, all right, cool, like you're the ones paying for this show to be put on, you know what I mean, like cool. But then if it's like, well, you've asked us to come and compete,
Yes.
Yeah.
and the votes depend on what these people see on their screens.
Yeah, you're adding elements that we don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then if you do those elements better for one, it's like if you went to a theater show and it's like the lighting designers could decide what to do, but it's like you're making my piece look bad based on your creative decisions that are not going to be equal across the board, and you might make different creative decisions which pay off for one person and not for another, and we're the ones that have the career riding on it. You know what I mean? So I get why it's different, but also, yeah, like you were saying, it is or like Jem was saying, it's like TV is notorious for this type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be interested to know if it was this time in comparison to any other time, because this is not their first time
Yeah.
at the rodeo.
Yeah, I
is
wonder
it?
if they had lighting before and now that's why they're pissed. There's also something me and Sophia were talking about where it's like in the middle of the set. I don't know, because this is live, right?
I think it is, yeah. But I think they managed to pattern the lighting because the what do you call it? The management team like behind all the like people that would be take you around or whatever, they was really helpful and they helped them out a bit. I feel like it's more so the people that run the show, like the judges and then deck, all these main people, they just don't care.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
I also think to like Debbie and Derek from Downham
Yeah.
aren't going to watch this and be like, it was good, but the lights were crap. Like, I
Yeah.
wouldn't think that would take votes away
Debbie and Derek from Downham.
off the rip.
Is Downham a real place, first?
Yeah,
Downham's
it's not
Is it?
far.
Dead.
Oh, Downham's dead. Okay.
Debbie and Derek will not be pleased. Yeah, I think, that's the thing. It's like, there's like your vision, and then there's the like, is this audio, like how much is that going to play in? I don't know, actually. Maybe.
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah. So this is the other thing me and Sophia were talking about, is that one funny thing is like in the middle, you see a camera angle of like, and I think these cameras were like, the camera work was done live, so they couldn't like change it. But in the middle, you see one of the judges come in halfway through the set
I heard about,
and
that's
sit
another
down,
thing.
which is that part I'm
Wait,
a bit
but,
like,
don't ruin it. We should just watch it.
okay,
and
you'll
see
see it. But wait. And what Sophia was saying as well is that the judges are, there's the crowd are voting,
Sounds like another battle.
or the audience are voting for these ones, right? But if there's a tie, right, is that what you said? If there's a draw, then the judges have to choose between the two.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the
A
judges-
draw?
Something like that. Like the audience vote, and then if there's like
If
two
they're
people they
equal.
can't choose from,
Yeah.
then the judges have to make a decision. So the judges would have to do a job.
Okay.
In my opinion, that's just silly. That if you're judges, you're judges. So judge, you get me? So
Yeah.
I don't think you should be putting out to public, because one, you don't actually know if these votes are. Obviously, there's loads of conspiracies and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't believe that the votes are real. You know what I mean? But then again, there's things like you get in public to vote now. You could have one kid that everyone just thinks cute and vote him.
Yeah.
And then that's why I feel like as well that these lot, they work very hard. And it's like, that's not seen by people outside that are just watching it on TV.
Yeah.
They don't think, oh yeah, these guys, they're working their asses off every day just to get here. They're just seeing it as their entertainment.
Yeah, of course. But I guess, this is the thing where it's like the different arenas bring with them different downsides, I guess. If you're doing like theatre work, it's like there's some downsides to that. If you're doing battles, there's some downsides to that. If you're doing TV, there's definitely downsides to that. So it's kind of like, not like, it sounds dumb to be like it is what it is, but it kind of is what it is.
Like nature of the beast.
Kind of like, all right, if you're going to go on TV, you have to go in, like I would imagine you have to go in with like, right, this is all the bullshit and what we're going to get out of it is worth the bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, we know that they're not going to care. They're not going to this, blah, blah, blah. Like, if I go, let's say I did a lot of like, not like theatre work necessarily, but I spent a lot of time in the kind of artistic-y, choreographic spaces, right? If I go into a popping battle and I'm like, oh, I really expressed myself and like delve deep into this thing and I really felt myself, like maybe in a room with like a Sweet Spot Sundays, no, not plugging anything, but check it out. But like, if I was there, maybe that's something that you would have been like, wow, that was a magical moment and like you really made me feel great and whatever, right?
Rocked my chakras.
Exactly. I might have rocked your chakras and then they kind of combine and then they make a little transformer or however it works.
Yeah.
And then, but like, if I do that in a battle and then no one gives a shit, I can't be like, oh, you guys don't care about my artist. You know what I mean? It's like, it was the wrong place to like, I know where people care about what. And it's similarly, if I come up with like a sick beat kill combo thing and do it at your session and no one really reacts, it's like, it's not really the vibe. It's more of an exchange
and then I guess that's the sacrifice you have to make. Like, I would do my thing in most contexts.
Right.
But I relinquish any, not even control, but any attachment to the response because my focus and my priority is just doing me in these spaces. So if I went there, I'd be like, I'm not even going to make it past like the first round, but it's just, I just want to go into this kind of context and like show up as myself. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, but that's, I think, which is what brings it full circle, is that I would imagine one of the only reasons to go on Britain's Got Talent for me, from my perspective, is for results. Okay. So it's easier to be like, for me to go into, let's say, it's easier for me to go into a battle and just kind of express myself, not get through prelims, but feel good about what I did because I'm like, cool, it's an artistic arena almost. This is a very corporate public arena. So it's like, if you're going, and I'm not speaking for Omar, but like for me, if I was to ever go on Britain's Got Talent, it would only be for the publicity. Like, I don't want to express myself. It's just, I need more eyes on my stuff. This is the biggest thing. Because but
I
the
know
eyes on your stuff it would be valuable to get eyes on
the real stuff.
Yeah,
I think I just more meant like in terms of I would be more frustrated because that was the the only reason. Yeah,
exactly. I get that. Yeah, I hear it.
Putting all your, like, putting me out there and getting just brushed off
to eyes that you know aren't really going to appreciate it. I guess
that's why it's kind of like not sad. That sounds a bit wet, but like,
it's okay to be sad. Boys get sad.
Like, it's kind of to see. It's like, it's disappointing to see because I know how I know Omar. Yeah, and I've had conversations with him, and I know how deep his mind is, and I know that he's put a lot into it. Yeah, and for it to kind of get discredited by a lot of public because they don't they don't understand. They don't know what we go through just to find a space to create this. Yeah,
it does. It's hard to avoid how much it hurts.
I'd love to know what he wants. Like, are they going to keep entering until they win?
Or if there's like something like a number of, I don't know.
Like, I just want to know. I'd love to know the why. Yeah,
we might have to get call Omar. We would call Omar this week, but we're calling too many people this week. Let's have a look.
Should we watch it?
Yeah, let's. I don't think we need to watch the whole thing because I think the end is people talking and stuff.
Fair enough.
But we'll watch the set, of course.
Okay.
So should we watch this video then? Let's check out the BGT set and see what we think. Make sure you keep an eye out for Amanda randomly showing up middle of the set.
Amanda, you're a joke, man.
Bring it down a little bit, Jim, maybe.
Our friends, our lovers, our sisters, our brothers, our mothers, our fathers, grandparents.
I love the voiceovers.
Strong.
Oi,
Oh,
flip
sick.
onto the stage.
Yeah, that was sick.
That is like. These lights look cool, no? Maybe not. They've got some nice tricks.
Yeah.
There you go, look. Oops. Where you been?
He's pissed. Simon's pissed.
He's like,
where were
hey,
you?
don't you work here? That's nice.
That's my little sister.
Is it? Sick.
Kobe's going ham, bro.
Pyrotechnics and all.
I'm a little lost as to the narrative, not gonna lie.
I don't know that there is one.
They shook hands for a reason, surely. And they were lovers and friends as sisters and brothers.
Is there much else to watch on the talking bits? Any bits of notes?
There's
Aw.
I sent you a bunch of screenshots.
Yeah.
Just on general like
Yeah, you pull it down, Jim.
general like not notes, just general like things that happened. Such
Yeah.
as I remember, Marcus was telling me that the floor was mad slippery. Like it was hard for dancers to be on. So I think that's a bit like
Hard work.
that's what I mean. That's what I mean as to they don't actually care, in my
Yes.
opinion.
I thought it looked really like I wouldn't
Yeah.
have known that watching
Yeah,
it.
definitely.
Yeah, and I wouldn't have thought that there was, like, obviously of course your vision is your vision, but I wouldn't have watched that and said, oh, they fucked up the cameras.
No,
Do you know what I mean?
not
Like
at
I thought all the
actually.
angles
I
were
liked
quite
it.
nice. But yeah, obviously maybe Omar is maybe in his head like it could have been nicer though.
Also, I think that when you're used to looking at a piece as a whole, you know, and from a stage where you can
Yeah.
see
Yes.
everything that's going on
Yeah,
stage,
from the front.
Yeah.
it's like different. Whereas I actually don't think that would look good on TV. Like
Just flat.
one wide angle.
No, but I think, you know, like when you have a music video or something where I would imagine maybe you have, and probably you have the same issue with music videos, but like where the person doing the editing isn't necessarily a dancer. It's like maybe you're like, oh, like you still want the camera cuts and the close-ups and all that, but just the right time.
Yes.
You know what I mean? To
Yeah,
like
it's
showcase
not
what they're
like-
trying to.
Because some editors treat it like a bit of a free-for-all, don't they? It's
Yeah.
like, well, no, that was done at a specific time. Like,
Yeah.
do you have ears?
yeah.
There
But
might- there-
also,
sorry.
sorry, you go.
There could have been like points that because the camera done that we missed something. here.
True.
Yes.
They could have been.
But
even better.
I thought that when I was watching it, like it's a good thing that there was constantly something,
Yeah.
even if there was something like focal happening, there was still loads going on around.
so that you always
As much as that's
maximise.
good, so you're always going to catch something.
Yeah.
It doesn't help a cameraman focus on, because they might not have known what you
What
wanted them to
focus.
capture. Whereas if everyone's like still while this one thing's happening, they're not going to shoot to someone crouched on the floor. They're just going to get the action. So I guess
But
there's
to play devil's advocate, is that more of a risk? Because then if they do decide to zoom in on someone's face
yeah.
while they're standing still, it's like
Yeah.
they could. It's more of a chance that they could get it right. But if they get it wrong, it looks way worse.
Yeah, I can
know what I mean?
imagine. I mean, I've seen IMD like live, and they do it this way anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't think this was the
Choice.
like a choice for telly. But yeah, I mean, I'm not the editor or the cameraman, but I have also worked on X Factor and watched how the director works in Italy, so it's different. But they literally, in that instance, are watching all the different cameras and just sat there going 4,
Yeah.
7, with like no real rhyme or reason.
Yeah, they're just
so
moving.
it might be quite random.
Yeah, and also probably there's like a style or a way that they cut and a certain thing to the show. You know what I mean? That has nothing to do with this specific number. It's just the pacing or the look that they want for the show. So then the show looks consistent across the different numbers.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, the way they cut
Right,
the
right.
angles that and the rhythm of it.
Yeah.
So I think that probably is more of a decision than like an artistic decision.
Yes.
Because BGT is like any art form or there has to be like some consistency in the style and not to like cater to each act differently, because it would look like wildly a different show.
And the turnaround's really quick with BGT, isn't it? Like, don't
imagine.
they do like a
I think so.
consecutive nights once they get to the end? I think. But
Yeah,
what
I think it was literally like, I don't know when they done the first round,
But
I
not
know
that.
this was the other day, and then I think the finals was yesterday.
Oh,
Right.
mad.
So what the controversy being that they felt they should have got through and
Well,
didn't?
what do we want to discuss?
Sorry if
This what do you call that? This rogue tweet
Yeah,
that came out.
There's like,
Oh god.
Oh, is there bear?
yeah, there's one tweet, and there's a couple like news articles and stuff. But I've seen the tweet.
The plot thickens.
Isn't it?
then-
Grab my popcorn.
So the tweet was something like, from what I remember, basically.
Did you send me it?
Yeah. It might be easy.
Let's get it.
Let's
Bait him.
get it. No, not on.
So sorry.
It's the one. No, I didn't send it to you. Idiot. I don't think I sent you the tweet. I remember the tweet.
Give us the general gist of it.
The tweet was basically they could have got the wild card, but something like they said that they didn't because it would have been too hard to get 30 child licenses and chaperones for the dancers in 24 hours, basically saying that's the reason why, because they basically couldn't bother to do all the safeguarding stuff and all the
That is a lot of
things.
work to be fair.
Yeah, and it is also near impossible to get them turned around in.
Yeah, it
that
takes like 4
time.
weeks. Yeah,
But surely you get the license for all the way up to the final
yeah, that's what I was thinking
in the
You
first
should have
place.
that. But then
That's
or
strange.
don't allow children.
Yeah, I mean,
To
this is
enter.
if that's true, that's a big fuck up.
Yeah,
And they're
because
not
you
all
just get
children.
it for the whole time.
Yeah.
and there's a lot of people that are adults in this crew as well, so I don't.
Yeah.
That's a bit. But then Omar, when I was talking to Omar, he told me that they came 6th out of, I'm not sure how many, but that was due to, I think, the public votes. They came 6th, and to get a wild card, I think you have to be top 3 or top 4.
Right. Okay. So they weren't
So-
eligible.
Yeah, so there's the tweet saying this, and then but Omar's telling me this, so I'd rather take Omar's word for that because
It's all alleged.
yeah.
Yeah. Allegedly. In
And
case-
then there's loads of news articles basically saying that people are unhappy.
yeah. So the stuff you sent me was a lot of
Yeah.
from Metro and from some other news articles, but saying that that basically they were booing after the results came out, like in the
Were there loads
Yeah,
of parents there
there's
and
a
stuff?
if you go on, I think it's on IMD's actual Instagram. There's actually a video of I think this is what they didn't show on TV, which I find a bit. Literally, all you hear is IMD. Like the whole room apparently is screaming. They've got it on video if you go on the page. Yeah. So that's again like they didn't show that on TV.
Yes.
because-
like they're not showing the
Yeah.
how much the crowd was with them.
exactly.
This is the hard thing about TV. I mean, I'm definitely of the opinion that, again, like I said, like it kind of is what it is in terms of like a lot of TV crap is TV crap. And I've heard like this is not the first story I've heard about someone being unhappy.
Yes.
I mean, funnily enough, Lee being on earlier, but like when he was on Got to Dance, he didn't love it either for similar sort of issues. But I think it's like this is kind of like you're saying, like the dangers of being on TV is like, you know that, and I mean, I get it. I mean, I get the frustration. 100% get the frustration. I more get the frustration if you're like a really new act and you're young dancers and you're like, wait, what?
Yes.
But I think kind of our age of generation and experience level, it's like, this is notorious now that like all of these talent shows, and they definitely have their positives, they have their uses, they're really beneficial for, especially like, and they're really, we owe them a lot of thanks for how much they've put dance out to the general public, I think, in a lot of ways, you know?
Yeah.
But I think they're also notorious for it being a TV show over a competition. It's a fake competition. It's like how the Kardashians is like reality TV show. It's not, or whatever the reality, you know, it's like Love Island or whatever. Is it reality? Is this like CCTV cameras or is this scripted and edited and changed? And
they have a specific story they want to tell.
Yes, and
then-
they're gonna tell it.
Yeah.
And this is like these talent shows in air quotes are notorious for this at this point. So it's like,
Yeah, that's why I want to know why he does it, because the outcome seems similar. I'm not sure how far they get. I hope I'm not tripping in that they have done this at BGT a few times, right? IMD.
I think they got to the
third time. This is the
Third
third time.
time.
Sophia
yeah,
says.
they got to the semi-finals the first time they done it.
Hashtag get Sophia and Mike.
I
Yeah.
think the first time they done it, they got to the semis as well.
Okay.
And the same sort of thing happened, but I wasn't really about, so I didn't really know anything. I just saw it. But then I think the second time they went on it, I might be wrong, but I don't think it made TV because at the time someone told me that I think they was wearing army costume,
Right.
and they basically said like, nah, you can't have that. So
Interesting.
that's what I heard. Like,
Because they wouldn't be able to see them. It's camel.
Okay.
We're just like, and the next act, where are they?
I might be chatting rubbish there, but I was told that. And then this year they went on it again, and this has happened.
Yeah, I mean, I may never know the reasons why, but I hope it's worth it no matter what the
Yeah, that's what you want.
result.
You know? Yeah, because it's like if and I talk about this with battles all the time. I'm sure you've like felt this, but it's like if you go in being like, I want to win. If you anything less than a win is you feel like shit.
Yeah.
Even if you had an amazing, you know, like your battle on the weekend, the one I was at, like that extra round against Gabby was what, semi-finals?
Yeah.
Bro, if you had lost that and that was your final round, I would have come home talking about you because that round was so good. And it's like, if you in your head was like, if you were like, imagine you were like, you wanted to win, that's the only thing you want. And then you do that round and then come home disappointed. It's like, it's like you shouldn't be, you know what I mean? It's like you made an impression. I mean, amazing that you got the win as well. But this is kind of the problem is like, if you go in to something artistic and way out of your control with the aim of like, we have to win, you're really setting yourself up for a high chance of like feeling upset. And it's like what you saying, like, I hope that this is obviously the frustration is going to come regardless, you know, like if you lose a battle, you're always pissed. Like it's normal, but I hope that there's like a deeper thing where they're gaining more out of this than we're maybe seeing from just the whether they pass or not.
Yeah.
And it's building their, you know.
Because you can see how much, every time I see them perform, like, they care so much and they're so passionate about it. And, I mean, it looked like they were emotional at the end of that without even knowing that they hadn't got through. So, yeah, I just hope all the kids were, like, enjoyed it for what it was, despite the result.
Yeah, for sure.
And for more on BGT, don't you have a older podcast out with Bones from when he did BGT?
I do have an older podcast out with Bones from when he did BGT. Thanks for bringing that up.
Very good.
Guys, if you're listening, you should go and check out my older podcast with Bones from when he did BGT. Bones is a magician and also a dancer, older generation, battle head, b-boy popper, really nice guy. Well, speaking of battles,
Whoa.
segue time. Boo, boo, boo. We're going to call a friend of mine.
Who is it? I'm your only friend.
Oh, that's not true. Do you know Chaz?
I don't know Chaz.
I don't know, Chaz.
Well, Chaz is part of the organisation of a little media platform called Stance Elements.
Not so little.
Not so little at all. We're going to call him and he's going to tell us a bit more about what's going on. So let's just give Chaz a ring. Oops.
I always tag Stance in my videos.
Do they ever share it?
No.
Well, we can,
you can bring that up now.
Yeah, we
Girls
can ask
be
him
like,
why.
yo, why do you watch my videos?
let's, hopefully he can hear us. Imagine he just doesn't pick up.
Oh,
Chaz,
that's my name.
how's it going, bro?
All is good, man. How are you guys?
I'm good. Can you hear me?
I can hear you perfectly, yeah.
Beautiful stuff. So I was just calling to ask, how come you keep stealing other people's videos?
Oh no.
Guys, just shut the fuck up. Really?
No. So break down what's been going on. I didn't really give it much of an intro because, to be honest with you, bro, I don't really know too much about it. All I know is that you guys have been like running into some issues with the copyright stuff. But what's the whole background to it?
There's not a lot that I can really talk about at the moment, although essentially what it is other people thinking they have copyright over the event's media.
Right.
So there was just a bit of like a conflict over, we were there to film this one event, but there was a copyright from someone else that thinks that they had rights over any media that the event had made. And it's just a whole lot of shit about that, really.
Yeah. Are we allowed to talk about who they are?
I would prefer not to.
Cool. No worries.
It's just a bit of like a slippery slope when you sort of point out names and things like that, you know?
Yeah. No stress. So why is it that they think did they organize the event, or why do they think they have the right over the...
So sometimes what happens is events will work with a media partner for such a long time until they choose someone else.
Right.
And within the time that they work with another event, they might have certain agreements that are made.
Yeah.
And some people will hold on to those agreements for such a long time that even when the new media team are in, they still think that they're working off of the old stuff.
Right.
Like, if that makes sense. So we've had it a couple of times where we have been the main media team for an event, and then an earlier media team has had an issue with us.
Right.
Sometimes that happens, but this is just like, this has been a long running issue for us, bro.
Yeah.
From this exact person that is making all these the accusations.
Just like the same sort of thing across the board with different events, and it's more always about the footage.
Yeah, pretty much, man. And there's a lot that I could really say. I have to be very careful with my words, but it isn't the first time. And there's been a lot of false accusations made against us, a lot of false copyrights, which actually resulted in our Facebook page being taken down a couple of years ago for about a month or so.
Jeez. Can you like appeal the stuff?
I'm sorry?
Can you like appeal the stuff?
We can. So what happened was I think we just reached the 1 million likes range at this point on Facebook.
Yeah.
And all these false accusations that came in, all these false copyrights that came in, and like they look legit with the email addresses, but if you were to actually check if the emails were actually associated with whatever party, they're not. So because we had gotten so many of those, our Facebook page got taken down. And it took us a whole month of reaching out to everybody, asking them to remove whatever accusations they made. Some of them didn't even realize that there were ones even made against us, and that caused a whole lot of issues. So this has been a long running thing, and we've just had enough now.
I bet. Yeah.
But I'm confused. Hi, Chaz.
Jenny's here.
Hello.
We've never spoken, but hi.
Hello.
But is it like, it's not the, is it the music or is it the footage,
No, it's
the images?
The images, yeah. So basically what you're saying is like there's an event on.
Yeah.
The people were the media partners before.
Yeah.
They didn't get rehired and stunts got hired. And then when the footage came up, they were like, oh, we're in charge of all the footage that comes out of this event, so you can't post it. And it's like, well, first of all, yes, we can because we filmed it. And second of all, we were hired to do so. So
that's it, exactly.
That's so
exactly
strange.
That.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So it being strange is kind of the point. And it seems to be from the post that you guys made that like a lot of people are on you guys' side.
A lot of people are. We've had a lot of messages of people reaching out to us saying similar issues they've had. We've had people reach out with their love as well, and we have a loyal audience, bro.
Yeah.
Like, let's be real. We have probably the best audience in the world, where, you know, everybody's excited for the content that we make, but whenever we have a problem, lots of people are there with us. And we've had a lot of messages from people saying that they've had a similar issue with their events, whether or not we were filming this other person's event like after these guys, or it was like a separate thing.
Yeah.
Like we know that we're doing like a good thing for the scene. So,
of course.
So we don't have to worry about that, you know, but it just sucks that certain events and certain situations happen which sort of take away the fun for us.
Yeah, wasn't it one of the B girls who was in the video that got copyrighted was like on your side?
Yep.
It's like the girl that was in the video that got taken down, she wanted it back up from you.
Oh yeah, I mean the video went viral.
Yeah.
And like
she's great.
Like whenever a video goes viral for someone, it creates so many opportunities for them, bro.
Yeah.
Like this is the thing. We've had so many people reach out to us after we had filmed them at an event, and they're saying, "Hey, we really appreciate this. With the footage that you made, I actually got hired for this work, or I got enlisted here." Like it happens all the time with us. So it's really unfortunate when a clip goes viral and then it gets taken down over some shit like this, and isn't even their fault. Yeah,
and it's not like it's not just hurting. Well, it's hurting the event, it's hurting Stance, and it's hurting the dancer in the video. So it's like, who's benefiting from this?
Yeah, you have to be like a real piece of shit human being to even think that this is a good idea. A real piece of shit, backstabbing waste of semen to think that, this is what I'm going to do, you know?
Take.
Tell him, Chaz.
Oh, damn. Where's my button? I have a question, though. In order to, like, avoid this kind of thing happening, is it for the event organizer to check better with the media company they hire the terms for like ownership of content, like kind of meaning, okay, this situation is bad, but what would be the solution to prevent that from happening?
How do we fix this moving forward, kind of thing?
Usually there shouldn't be an issue with this. Usually once you're done with one team, you move on to the other, and the other team are absolved of whatever the agreements they had. I guess what can sometimes happen is when you have a large event that has any media rights with like a TV channel, then there's like a lot of things to be sorted out. So it's up to the organizers to sort of go back and check what agreements are made, so that then if there's any other media that's involved, then there's no loopholes, there's no issues there. Because we just go there, we do our job, we share all the content, and that's it.
Yeah.
Right? So the onus isn't on us to find out if an organizer has already something else happening with someone else. Like that's not up to us.
Yeah, you just get hired to do the job.
Yeah, but meaning if there is a company, and again, I don't know the details of what's happening, but I'm just kind of assuming that even if there's even a question that another media company has some kind of ownership over the media content that's coming out after they've been hired and after they're done their contract, if that's a thing of the organizers having to be more conscious of these contracts and the ownerships and the rights that they sign over to media companies. Well, I don't even think the contracts
are the problem, because what Chaz was saying earlier as well is like he's got the receipts to say this is our footage. So it's just that if I flag you and I'm in the wrong, if I flag you for copyright and the organizer has to go through and provide things and blah blah, it's like you might be in the right, but in all that time that it takes for you to prove that I'm wrong, your video is still taken down. Do you know what I mean? It's like even if you're right, it's like it's a process to get it back up, which is still annoying even if they're wrong. Yeah. And you can get in trouble for filing false copyright claims, or if you file a copyright claim and it gets like rebuked, I guess is the right word. Right. You can get in trouble. But again, it's just like it's just annoying if every time this video gets taken down, put back up, taken down, put back up, or whatever, it's just throwing a spanner in the works, I think. If I'm getting that right, Chaz.
Usually what happens with larger events, they have a media contact that deals with any press and any media and all the social medias and everything. And we would talk to them to see what works, what doesn't work, for an event like the Red Bull BC one, we have to wait about 48 hours until they've released like all of their footage from the event, and then we can basically do what we want.
Right.
As long as those agreements are made first, that we know that because even with me, there's been times where I've filmed an event and no one has said you have to wait about 24 hours for this other team to make the footage first.
Yeah.
We've just gone ahead, uploaded it a couple of hours after the event, and then you get all the messages of like, hey man, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You had to wait this and this and that.
But
I
they
mean,
didn't-
as long as you keep up the communication all the time, then it should be okay, you know?
Yeah.
Like, this shouldn't really be an issue, you know?
Yeah. And it's like there's no like you said, like legally or whatever, you have the rights and you were hired by the event, so it's like it's just annoying more than complicated.
Of course, bro.
Yeah. Anyways, well, if there's anything we can do to support you guys, you know, we're always down. But yeah, thanks so much for
man.
letting us know
Like,
about the
I do
situation.
Like, I will say this, because usually people ask us, oh, what can we do to help you? And then people are like, oh, I don't know, but I definitely know what you can do to help.
Let us know.
Well, we already had a chat a couple of months ago. We started doing the interviews.
Yeah, you
on
did.
Stan.
You did. They seem to be going
Yeah.
really well, man.
I really appreciate that. They're starting to gain a lot of traction.
Yep.
So the more that you can share the content that we're making, then the more that everyone will see it.
Hell yeah.
And we have a lot of upcoming guests that are going to be really fascinating as well.
Sick.
We want to build it up to be like a weekly thing that everybody tunes into on the lead up to any major events as well.
Nice.
Like much like what the USC do.
Right.
That's
Got
sort
you.
of what we want to do with these interviews.
Yeah. Sick.
Yeah.
So,
So if you guys could just like give it a share every once in a while, we want
Hell
to
yeah.
we want to mix up the people that we have on as well, so that we reach a wider audience. So yeah, bro, I would say that's that. And then obviously, to everyone that's listening, we really appreciate your love, because we basically do this for all of you guys.
Hell yeah. And yeah, so the interviews are on the Stance YouTube channel, right?
They are.
Sick. All right, cool. So everyone check out the interviews on the, if you haven't already, on the Stance YouTube channel. Obviously, check out Stance Elements on Instagram and I'm assuming Facebook and everywhere else. Do you guys tweet?
Yeah.
Are you Twitter people? Does Stance tweet?
Not anymore, man.
Nobody?
That's just a headache.
Why
Like,
are the
we just
dancers
need
not
to-
on Twitter? It's not really a dance thing, is it?
I don't
Dancers
know
don't
about
read.
Twitter.
Not
That
really,
stuff is
man.
confusing.
I'm not sure why.
All right. Cool, man. Well, thanks for that. And we will catch you soon at the next event, I'm assuming.
Hell yeah, I'm going to be a UK champ.
Ah,
so
sick.
if you guys are there, I'll see you there.
Hell yeah. All right. Safe, bro. Thank you, man.
Bye.
All right, guys, have a good one. See you soon.
Cheers. Bye. Cool. All right. Well, yeah, there's not really much I can add to that, to be honest. I think they posted on their Insta, so if you want to go and check them out, leave some words of support, you can. Don't feel like you have to. Just now that you've got a little background, if you think, hey, that sounds wrong to me. Oh, no, it's not there. Maybe they took it down. But yeah, anyway, shout out to Stance Elements, big channel and big inspiration. So yeah, lovely guys. Chaz has always been super nice to me as well. So we will return the favor by being nice to him. So how long have we been running, Genevieve?
We've been running for an hour, 2 minutes, 17 seconds.
Okay, cool. We have some hope in hell of
Making it under
making
2
Under
hours.
2 hours.
Yeah, making it under 2 hours. Should we do questions from the audience?
We should do question. That was so loud. I'm sorry.
That was so
It's
loud. Why are
fine.
you shouting at me? The bottom one is first.
These are just mine.
The bottom
So-
one is first.
The bottom one is first. So let's play this. We've got actually 2 questions from one person this week. Yeah, everyone. So if you are listening in or watching and you want to send in a question, it doesn't have to be a video. We prefer a video because we like to see your beautiful faces. But you can send in by text. You can tweet us. You can email us. You can voice note us. You can virtual reality headset us. I don't know.
Send
what
us
else?
a pigeon.
Send us a pigeon. But yeah, so let's check out what.
Should we watch the 2 and answer?
No, let's answer one at a time.
We don't take my idea. That's
No,
fine.
no,
Okay.
definitely not.
Yeah, let you finish it.
Bye bye, Jenny.
What?
Is that it?
This guy.
Very good.
So extra.
Hi there. What's up, guys?
Hi, Jules.
The capsule and webinar. Bruv, what is wrong with
Webinar,
me?
you know.
Podcast is going amazing. If you don't know my face, my name's Jules. Hi. What I wanted to ask you guys is kind of two questions. One silly, one not so silly.
Let's go on a
But
silly.
I figured why not. So, first question. Would you rather travel to the deep sea or would you travel to Jupiter? I want all of you to answer, including Sophia at the back.
Sophia, you've been called.
Any answers will be welcome. Peace.
So, Sophia, you didn't hear that, but Jules said he wants you to answer also. Jules's question was, would you rather travel to the deep sea or to Jupiter? I think let's start with Sophia. Do you want to go and grab Jen's mic?
Come on.
You got to have an answer ready.
Hello, everyone. Hello.
Hello.
I would say Jupiter.
Why Jupiter? You
Why?
got to speak more into that.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Just because I feel like the deep sea is more like accessible to us, I would say. So I feel like we already have like an image in my head of what it looks like.
Mhm.
Even if it's scary as fuck, though. I'm not gonna
You can swear.
yeah. So I would choose Jupiter.
Nice.
Interesting. I think this would have been harder if he said the moon or deep sea, because what's that saying? Like, we know more about the moon than we do about the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah.
Never
But
heard
Ju-
that saying before.
Yeah, apparently that's like scientists know more about what's on the surface of the moon than what's on the bottom of,
The
because they
bottom of
can't.
the ocean.
They
I
can't
have a
see.
lot of conspiracies about things like
Go on.
You're a conspiracy
Hit us with one. Hit us with
guy.
one.
No, it's not even a thing like that. It's more so like NASA started by investigating the ocean, and then they stopped and started investigating space.
They went, fuck that.
So that's just things like why.
What did they see?
And
That's
I feel
scary.
like when you think about the ocean, they've only discovered like not a lot of it basically, and that's just space. It goes down like all the way to the bottom. So God knows what's down there. Like I still think, you know, that dinosaurs and that. I still feel like the swimming ones are down there.
It's very possible.
Like I feel
I'm not
like
gonna lie.
Well,
there's
sharks are dinosaurs.
Yeah, sharks and alligators are technically dinosaurs, and if you think about it, those are no, sharks don't need air, but like alligators need air. So those are the ones that come up for air.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're gonna
Let
be
alone-
roaming.
Yeah, and we know that there's like crazy, you know, them fish with the light,
lights,
that
yeah.
hangs, like
Crazy.
them things that are like
weird,
really
like-
deep. And imagine
what's below that.
exactly.
Wild. So what's your
Yeah, where would you go? Wait,
I would go to the sea.
oh,
Because, yeah, because I feel like by saying Jupiter, that limits you, because space. If he just said travel space, then
Yes.
I'd pick space, because then you can exit the galaxy, go to other places, other universes and stuff. But if we go to the ocean's here, so we can. If I was immortal and I had powers, I could just go look at everything. I'd
True.
travel the sea, because I feel like there's things down there that you probably wouldn't want to find, but there's probably secrets down there, just of anything.
guys, that would scare the shit out of me.
Yeah, I watch loads of films as well. So like
Your
when
brain is in
Yeah.
creative mode.
yeah, like when I see like even things like Aquaman and stuff, it's things like that,
Like there could be cities.
like Atlantis and stuff, all them sort of things. I feel like it's true, because there's obviously like history and stuff that obviously people believe in. But then again, I'm like, who made that up? Like, you just said, oh yeah, mermaids. It's obviously a thing. That's where you got it from. But then
You know, I heard, what was it, that mermaids were like seals or no, not seals. Something that like when sailors are
Where's
like,
this pod going?
I don't know. This is Jules's fault. Wait, what's your answer?
Jupiter for me.
Why?
I'd feel incredibly claustrophobic down there.
Yeah.
Like knowing that I was that far down and being in
Yeah.
an enclosed space, as I would be, because otherwise I'm merely swimming. And I'm more intrigued by space than I am the deep sea. Like I won't even jump into the sea.
yeah,
I
can't
am
swim.
so scared of the sea.
I can't
I'll
swim.
go into it, but there's no way I'd be on a boat. I've been on like a little small boat in deep water, but there's no way I'm jumping in. And not like for fear of being eaten, but like I need something to bounce from to get to the surface.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's the worst feeling.
Yeah.
Because I can't swim.
Yeah.
I think I was in Portugal on them banana boat things.
Yes,
I
you
was
fell
on one
off.
of them. We all fell off, and I was bugging. Obviously, I had the
Yeah.
had the
I
life
bet.
vest on, but because I can't
It's
feel
scary.
anything underneath me, I'm
Yes.
just like, oh, that was so scared.
Yeah.
And then my scaredness is like something's gonna
Yeah,
like.
just pull you down.
Yeah.
Nah.
Go on,
I
Jen.
feel like they're both equally scary.
Yeah.
And I was thinking like, maybe I'd like to be in the sea, because if I die, at least I'm like, if I die, I'm not just in a void in the universe.
Yes.
But then I'm like, but I'm in a void. I'm
In
just in
the
a
earth.
different void.
Yes.
So I don't know. I think just like, I don't even think they would be so different. What's at the bottom of the sea probably looks like the
Nah.
aliens that are
No,
on Jupiter.
I reckon there's nothing on Jupiter. I reckon if it was like another planet far away, maybe. But I reckon if you go to Jupiter, we would all just be like, oh, it just looks like rocks. Like that's why I think we'd get there.
Does Jupiter have the
A ring.
innit?
rings?
No, that's
That's
Saturn.
Saturn.
Yeah.
Saturn.
There aren't
Jupiter-
there too?
Yeah, there's
That
more
have
than
rings.
Yeah, there's
Yeah, but it's not Jupiter. Jupiter has like crazy gravity. So they
I'm
say
so not.
like if you stepped out
knowledgeable
onto
about this
Jupiter,
stuff.
you'd be crushed because
Oh,
of
yeah,
the
them,
gravity.
yeah.
You just go down into your own feet.
Oh, then I
Oh, so
definitely
we
want to
don't
go
want
to
to do
the
that
sea.
then, do we?
I'll go
They
to
would
the
say
sea.
like if there was aliens on Jupiter and they came here, they'd be like super strength because
Oh,
they're like,
yeah.
isn't that what that movie? The fuck is that movie about where he's from Jupiter and like he can jump super high? I don't know. Maybe I'm talking shit. John,
Legend.
no.
It would also take 6 years to get to Jupiter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
why
but
is it,
I guess if you could just be there.
Okay, I'll go to
What
the
is
sea.
that?
That
Is that
made
in-
it for me. If I'm gonna die, I'm gonna just make
in
it
the
quick,
sea.
not take 6 years to get there and have to eat food in packets and stuff like
yeah,
that.
space food is weird.
Yeah, but he said, all right, yeah, I guess.
That's why. If it's Jupiter, then I'd rather. But if he meant space, then
Yes,
cool.
agreed.
But then
agreed.
again,
Yeah.
like there's that. But then again, I don't really believe in space as well because
You're gonna have to expand on that one.
like,
Yeah.
I don't believe it's a thing. Like I haven't. If
That
I
it
haven't-
exists.
I haven't seen it. I haven't been out there. I haven't been out the planet, so I feel like we're just all in the flipping
Simulation.
yeah, and it's just like on a little table, and we're just there.
I like that. I
And
like
people
not-
are
that
just playing.
I'm not
saying,
mad at your
take.
hot take.
Yeah,
like
I like it.
if for me, I feel like I would like to make my own rocket ship and go and look at myself. Because
and
if
check
I
it
can
out.
if I can leave the planet and see that it's a planet,
Then you're gonna
I can
feel-
just sleep on there. You know what
I know what you mean. It's like there's some things that's like it's so big that you just kind of have to make peace with yourself that you will never know the answer.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that about like
Spirits.
So
and
much.
ghosts.
yeah, just so much stuff. It's just like I will never find. That's what even with like conspiracies about like oh the deep state or the Illuminati or stuff. It's like listen, I'm never gonna know the answer to this,
Yeah.
so I give up. Like, you won already.
Where would you go though?
I would go to the sea even if it would scare the shit out of me. Because I think I would get, like, if I was just to be transported to either one, I could get to the bottom of the sea and maybe see some animals. Like, we know there's animals, we know there's cool shit.
I would shit myself.
I would shit
man.
myself also. But I think what would actually happen
Show
is
me some rocks.
I'd go to Jupiter and just be like,
Yeah.
it's nothing.
Oh, it's
it's
fine.
just some
You'd
rocks.
be crushed. You would look and be
Just like implode.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think he means if. Anyway, should we watch the other video?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. I like that.
Yeah.
You want to turn up the
Why? Okay. Yeah.
Because you done.
Yeah, that's why.
There we go. You start
I said
again.
why? And that was
Why? Tell him that something now.
Okay.
All right, then. Second question. Now that you've thought your brains over that one, this one's more related to dance, I guess.
Where is he going?
But the question I'm asking is,
Downstairs.
what would be your dream all-star 5-member team battle that you would love to see in an all-stars competition that you think they would absolutely thrive? Any style. You can have more than one person represent one style, so you can have like 2 poppers or 2 whackers, but yeah.
Why am I nodding at him like he can see me?
Let me know.
I'm like, yeah, I understand.
All right, then. So,
Okay. I want to hear. I want to hear these two
He's
first.
talking about UK.
I need a moment.
That's what I thought.
No,
UK
he
or
said
global?
all star.
So,
So
all
that's-
worldwide.
That's like when they have the all stars in
see one.
NBA.
Okay, true.
So
think
it's
I'm
all
just gonna-
stars even anytime, any
That was a bad
place.
example because NBA All Stars is literally just America.
I'm gonna keep mine UK.
Yeah, but
Okay,
it's-
so Kane's going UK
Yeah,
All
just-
Stars. Go on. Who's your 5?
Um,
All styles, yeah. And do we deduct points if he just says only people from his crew?
it's a personal thing, okay?
I'm gonna think dances outside of what you would think I would say.
Okay.
So
1, 2, 3.
let me just think.
Us. Tally, have you got any in the cut?
Yeah, I've got.
Did you write them down? That's so efficient of you.
I was just like thinking of who on earth. Like, this is a really hard question for me, and also
why it's
it's the
interesting.
like the all styles thing. It's like, when you say all styles, do you mean all styles or do you mean all street styles?
Yeah, but if we're gonna do an all stars battle, so who are your
It's a
5 that are
battle.
gonna? Yeah, who are your 5 that are gonna hold it down?
Well, the name that I put in doesn't even battle, but I just think it would be fun to
Fair.
see. And I put Sean Evaristo.
Interesting. I've never seen him freestyle.
These, I'd say these, I do this whenever it's like film, songs, whatever. I'm like, this is my instinctive 5.
Yeah, all right.
It's not my top 5 necessarily.
They're the first 5 that came
Yeah,
immediately.
Robia,
Cool.
Joker,
Yes, agreed.
Lee, Ruggeds,
Yep, I think he would be on a lot of people's top 5.
and Michael Naylor.
Interesting.
I like looking at it. I am pleased.
That is it. I am pleased.
am pumped. I've missed off so many people, but this was my instinctive. Like, thinking about it, it's like, okay, we could scrap Sean actually, and I'll never say that sentence again in my life. And like, pop Frankie in it.
Jay.
Yeah, I don't know, but that's
Yeah.
6, so I'll stop. But that the core, Robia, Joker, Lee. Are you kidding? Spaz.
Are you mad?
Are you mad,
I think
bruv?
it's
Are you
also-
silly?
It's interesting because I feel like, I don't know who you're going to say, but I feel like maybe me as well, but like our brain maybe gone to who's going to win, whereas hers has gone to like,
What do I want to see?
what do you want to see? Which is also a really nice way to think about this.
Yeah, and also it's a thing of like taste, like
Yeah.
who do you like to see dance? the
But
most?
this is the question. Are we saying,
all-star winners.
yeah, like are we saying who we would like to see battle, or
Who do we think
there's
would
a
win?
worldwide Olympics
And we push
5?
5 people.
Yeah, and we have to put money on our 5.
Very different approach.
Make your questions more precise.
Yeah,
Come on, Jules.
I wouldn't have an answer for that one, so
Yeah,
I
neither.
like this
Neither.
open
Okay.
version.
Same.
What was your? Yeah,
I
let's
don't
do.
know
You can
enough.
tailor the question how you want. Who are your 5?
Be a bit different.
Okay.
I don't know if you know Sasha. Crumper, he's
yes.
hip hop. Yeah, him.
Shadid.
He's
He's yeah,
cold. Like, I've
Yes, he
only
is.
seen him in person dance once, and I was
He's
like,
sick.
what the hell?
yes.
Him. I would like to see breaks
Yeah.
next to him.
This is. Oh yeah, you said you're doing
Yeah.
UK. Yeah.
Definitely Ty. Like, I know he's in my crew. But
I love
He's
Thailand.
so
Yeah.
good, man.
in my opinion, he's very underrated. But because when he breaks, he like
Yes.
don't kill me though. And he dances a lot when he
Yeah.
breaks, and like he just is enjoying it. So I feel like them 3.
You know what I love about Ty on that note is he's one of, I would say, out of like you, if I'm talking about your kind of generation, for me, he's like has one of the most distinct styles.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Do you know what I mean? Like he's someone that I'm like, he looks different from everyone, man. Like especially as a breaker, like because often you see that with maybe more top style dancers. I don't know if that's a hot take. If it's easier to have a distinct style as a top style dancer because
Right.
you don't have to fucking worry about holding yourself up. But like, yeah, I just when I see, I love the way he, and it's like even to the extent that maybe you said about him being underrated, but like. Maybe to the extent that sometimes it costs him rounds when it's like
Yeah.
if he had more like technical details and stuff, he could win. But like I love that I'd prefer to watch him, going back to your thing of like who would you like to see, I'd prefer to watch him than a lot of breakers who could beat him.
That's
Yeah,
actually good. I first saw him at Ivy Lab and I was like, who the
Yeah.
fuck
Yeah.
is this man?
He's nice.
But there, I remember, if I remember rightly, like he's quite risky because I think it looks like his priority is the distinctiveness and like his identity, but not in a way that like made it uncomfortable or risky to watch.
Yeah.
Whereas when some people throw them around, it's just like, why have you tried? Like, why did you try?
Did you ever nail that in training?
Yeah, have you done that before?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Ty is
Yeah, he's great.
sick.
Yeah, nice. So that's 3.
That's 3. You know what? It's actually hard because I'm not trying to say the names that you would think I would say.
Well,
But if they're the names,
whatever,
they're the names.
whatever is true to you.
Yeah.
Speak your truth.
Okay.
I'm trying to pick different styles as well. Definitely Clara.
Nice.
One more. Let me think.
This is the kind of thing that now I'm like, who do I like? And I can't think of anybody, but
But it's
I
been
like
a while
so many
since
people.
you've like caught up with that battle stuff, right?
Yeah, I'm questioning my choices now. I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, but would they win?
Yeah, but I'm more thinking
But I
about
don't care.
just people
Oh.
that I've seen in battles that I always am
Yeah,
hype
yeah.
about.
Go on.
And Evian.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hashtag bring back Evian.
Word. Come back. You don't know me yet, but
You don't know me, but I'd like to meet you one day. Yeah, I would love to have Evian on the pod if ever you're listening. That's a good 5. That's a strong 5.
I'm missing a crumper now. I think about it.
Well, it's too late. You've chosen.
Yeah, it is,
They've already
but-
lost.
They've already lost.
And they lost because there was a crumper in the other crew. Look what you did. You've demoralized everyone.
Who's my favorite? Now I'm like, who's my favorite crumper? Like, who would I? Anyway,
You know,
go
it's like I can't suggest people because if I say someone's name and you're like, nah, nah, not them, someone else.
Nah, not them, not them. But I can't think of who it is, but I'm like, I can think of the way that they do it, and it's a definite. Yeah. Anyway, yours.
Who's
Yeah.
yours?
I'm gonna go for probably who I think, who I put my money on maybe to win.
Just say it.
Excuse me. So I'll probably go Green Tech.
Oh, that's a good shout.
It's a good start, right? Probably go Green Tech. I'm gonna try and split the styles as much as I can, but I go Green Tech. Break in, maybe I'd go Victor because it's hard to beat him, I would imagine. So Green Tech, Victor. Let's go with maybe P-Lock for lock-in, just for a wide range, and also he's also very hard to beat. Green Tech, Victor, P-Lock, hip hop. Ooh, who was doing good in the hip hop?
Jenny Lee.
So many more people coming to mind now.
Paradox.
I'm like, Sheldon, what the fuck? Jordan, what the
Who's
fuck?
the world's best hip hop dancer at the moment? Who won
You
the?
know who I'm who I'm like fucking with right now is Paradox. Like I used to fuck with him a lot, and then
Since he
like,
came back from his
recently-
injury.
Yeah, recently I'm like, "Oi,
Who won the last Just to Boo?
Diablo and Stalamante, I think. Yeah,
Pablo.
No, the Swiss girl in the house. Who? Maybe not them.
I think that was in the final with Rush.
I was like, when was the last one? Nope, was cancelled.
What about Summer Dance?
Before that, nope.
But how far back we going?
Who
here?
won Summer Dance?
I think Alex the Cage.
Oh, Alex.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm going with Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah, dumb me. Green Tech, Victor, P-Lock, Alex, and what other style have I missed? House. I'm gonna go with. House. I'm gonna go with.
This is the like they'd win.
Yeah.
This is
approach.
yeah. I feel like you are building an all.
This is come on.
Yeah,
This
you-
is the team.
Luke
This is-
understood the assignment.
Well, he
Hey, this is-
digested it in the Luke
This
way.
is my interpretation.
Yes.
It's not my fault if it's better than yours.
Yeah, our approaches are so us, aren't they? Mine's like, what would I just love to witness?
And I'm like,
in
I'm
my
getting money out of this.
Yeah, in my dreams, what would it look like?
Who would I go house-wise? Maybe like maybe someone like Capella, to be honest. Just like that's a little bit of like, I think there's people that maybe could beat Capella or like competitively are more active, but I love watching him. And I think if I'm thinking really Luke, like in terms of like routines and creativity and stuff, he
strategic.
strategically
Good
like he'd kill a lot of different, he dances well on different types of music, so he'd kill that. I think he'd do good in the routines. He like, I've seen him work well as a team and stuff like that, and do a lot of different choreography and stuff. So yeah, Green Tech, Alex, Victor, Capella, P-Lock. Yeah,
don't
no
know.
one's beating them.
It's terrible, isn't it?
Who?
I don't know who that is.
Green Tech,
Yeah.
he's probably the best
I've
popper in the world.
Yeah, he's
I
good.
would imagine.
Is he the one?
Best what?
Popper,
Popper.
I would imagine. It's like in terms of like, again, you always have this style question in terms of like who, like, oh, I prefer this other popper.
Maybe I do. Let's
But if we're talking about wins,
Yeah.
how many battles have been won
Is he the guy that he's always beefing everyone?
Yes, and he's from
he?
Montreal. Shout
Oh,
out.
really?
So we have the Swiss
Like,
and the Montreal representation.
I remember I was
No,
watching
I
like
don't know who
a
that is.
compilation, like when I was young, shall I say? When I was like 14, 15, so I used to always watch YouTube videos. Like I saw like a compilation of him just being a prick. Like,
Hot take.
I think
that could be the guy you're talking about.
yeah, I
cold.
think he the crew that he's in, I think their battle mentality is very
Yeah.
like
Gosh.
we're coming at your next
Yes.
no things. I've met him quite a few times outside of dance, and he's always been super sweet.
okay.
Really nice to me. Well, like that's only me. I don't know how he is to other people, but so I wouldn't definitely say I wouldn't say he's not a nice person, but
Yeah.
in the battles for sure, like
I wouldn't want to battle him.
yeah. But also, you know what? I've battled him, and he was super sweet to me in the
is it?
battle. But I think it's just like if you're. I mean,
Yeah,
also
if-
he probably didn't perceive me as a threat, but like I think if it's a heated battle, maybe.
If you come for him, it's like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
one of them ones.
He was probably just like, oh, have a go, go on.
But yeah, he's been pretty untouchable for
a while.
For some years.
Like, and there's most of the people who I would put in the league of best popper in the world, he's beaten. Even though they've like Slim Boogie's beaten him, but also then he's beaten Slim Boogie, and he's beaten. You know what I mean? Like Slim Boogie hasn't beaten everyone, and that's good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
that's why
yeah.
I would pick Green over someone like Slim or Nelson or Kite or Hoan or all these people who are amazing. But just because I'm like battle wise, if I'm putting money behind this, probably putting it on Green.
Fair.
Yeah, Jen.
I enjoyed that.
My 5 is like has some. What?
Before you go, can I just have like 1 or 2 honorable mentions?
No,
Okay, cool.
I'm joking. It's your podcast. You can do what you want.
It's our podcast, guys.
Okay.
It's all of ours.
Aww.
I would put someone like
Me.
Lip J
Okay.
for whacking.
Not me. Yeah.
Lip J
Kane.
and Kane, of course, and MT Pop would be on my
Interesting.
reserves. I think for me, MT Pop is like
He is really sick.
he's like would be in my team of who I would your version of the team. MT Pop, like for me, I used to really, I still do look up to Jadawi when he was more active, but like MT Pop is like my now
No.
Jadawi. He's
I'm
like my
so impressed
favorite.
by your knowledge. Well, you should know your scene. It's your scene. But I don't follow dancers, so I feel
No, but
so-
I feel like you have this with like you know an equal amount of like
yes,
choreographers and movers
yes.
in that way.
Thank you.
You would
I
love
was
MT
like, oh my
Pop.
god,
I
I'm
feel.
such a fraud.
No, just different scenes.
I feel like you would love MT Pop.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's very
Yeah,
good.
please do feel free to send me people that
I
I
will.
would like, because I just don't
Yeah.
follow dancers.
So mine is like half Tally's reasoning, half your
Okay,
reasoning.
we'll take that.
So people who do
It's
well
all about balance, boo.
well in battles, but also like I'm perfect. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so my people
Okay.
that I really enjoy watching and that usually do quite well in battles is
Me.
Slim.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I see the
I've always
middle
been
ground. He's a competitor who's very good artistically.
Yeah, but also love Toyin.
Oh yeah.
Also love Munya
Yep.
from France.
Whacker.
But also like she's a
More than just
great dancer, and for me right now I would say she's probably my favorite whacker out there.
She's very good.
Yeah. Then a throwback. For some hip hop, I love Link.
Okay. Fair.
And I have another popper because biased, but Green. When you said Green, I was like, oh yeah, Green is definitely
In
like a all-star. So that's my 5. I mean, I feel like that would be a pretty fucking strong team, but I wasn't really strategic about it.
Yeah, that's why my team would beat you.
Well, let's make it happen, everybody. If you heard your name, well,
Yeah, I'm definitely going to post my 5 and be like, what about it?
All right, wait. Can we? How long
Who's
we been
my
running?
5 again?
an hour 27 minutes.
All right, but can we do UK 5s? He did already UK 5.
Yeah.
Can we us 3 do UK 5s?
Yes.
Go, Jen.
I can't go first.
Okay. Tally's still writing hers down.
Jordan, same approach for me.
Go on.
Jordan, Sheldon, Robia, Jevon. I'm missing a crump element. These 4 like dance together in East at Charlene
Yeah.
had an event. I was like, what a team.
Did that footage ever come out?
It just happened.
Oh.
Give him a chance. We're not all
Oh,
the
it just
capsule.
happened? What do you mean?
It was at the weekend.
Mm.
Oh yeah, that was like a link to the battle I done yesterday.
Yeah.
It was kind of like the same sort of like
Weekend kind of thing.
Oh. I thought we were talking about the thing where they did like North versus South versus.
No, Charlene had, it was a jazz, it was like an outdoor festival that happened, and they improvised together. Lots of improv things happening recently, which is amazing.
North South.
I saw that.
That was ages ago, and I didn't see footage.
Yeah, but I didn't really see much of that. I just literally saw like little 2-second clips of them. Like,
Yeah, because it wasn't. I don't think there was an audience. I think it was like
just in the studio.
Yeah. Anyway,
You go. I'm still thinking.
okay. Oh shit. Top. All right, no, not top 5. Who's winning the All Stars battle?
So strategic about it.
Who's winning the All Stars battle UK? I'm gonna go Brooke because he's very consistent, and hard to beat. Brooke, Sunny.
Mm.
I might not spread out the styles on this one because then we get to lock in and it's going to be tough. Brooke, Sunny, Frankie. What other styles we got? Hip hop and.
Why don't experimental get a look in?
Yeah.
I'm joking.
No, that's what your 5 are.
No. Hey, I don't. Hey,
Hey,
Sheldon
hey.
will be like, what?
No, Sheldon doesn't. No. Okay, your 5 could all do experimental.
No Sade.
Brooke, Sunny, Frankie. Ooh, I want to go somewhere like maybe. I'm maybe even going to say someone like Bagsy. Because for funk songs,
good,
he does very well in that arena.
Smashes.
So I'm gonna say Bagsy, and then I'm gonna go. What styles have I not? I haven't done house. No, I did have with Frankie. Hip hop is the only one. Oh, hip hop.
Josh Nash.
Joshua
Nash
is gonna be your
5th. I fucking love. I was like, who's the crumper? Who am I thinking of? Joshua Nash. I love watching him dance. I'm done.
So I could go crump or hip hop for my last one.
You're gonna go hip hop.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Now I'm tempted to not do it.
Oh.
But then it's
But
like,
you might find it easier to choose a crumper than a hip hop dancer. Get out of my head, Charlie. That's what you're thinking.
I'm thinking what hip hop dancers are like on the level of like Sunny. That's what I'm trying to think, is who would I put up that high? Because we have good hip hop dancers, of course, can't say, but like, and also no offense in the same breath, but like I'm talking like the level of like who would stand next to Sunny and like hold a round down the same as someone like Sunny. Because I feel like Brooke and Frankie could, if a house song came on, Frankie could hold it down as much as someone like Sunny. And I would say at the moment, Sunny's probably our best export in terms of like battlers.
Dance currency.
Yeah. So then I'm going to go for...
You just called him an export, you know?
Yeah, as in the person that we...
Not a commodity.
The
It's a human being.
The person we ship out to go and take some heads off and come back. It's like, this is what we give to the world.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is the gift of losing to him. I don't know. Have you got yours?
Bye-bye. Kind of.
Okay, do yours and then I'll try and come back to my 5th.
Okay, in my UK, it's kind of UK based.
Okay, that'll do. Yeah.
But again, same approach for me. So I have Clara.
Mm-hmm.
I have Vanessa.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I have Franklin Johnson.
Yes.
And then I also have Ice.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, he would be like one of the ones I would be thinking of in hip hop.
And then for my last one, I'm like, I don't know. I'm going in a different direction.
Go on. What you got?
Well, J Funk is up there for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
I also had like, for me, this is like, I kind of was thinking, okay, who in popping? But then I feel like the people that I have, they have like, when they perform at their best, they're so good. And not to say they're not consistent, but it's like they're not necessarily always battling like
At that
that. Like
level.
I've seen Breaks dance for me, like when I've seen dance breaks on
Breaks
that
dance.
breaks breaks dance.
When breaks breakdance.
Just say it in French. Yeah.
On like grime and like UK music, this is like for me the best I've ever seen him dance, you know. And
You'd want it on that.
yeah, and like also I think Paris is sick at times. She's done really well in battles, but also like if you think of battle, I don't think of Paris as a battle
I
head.
think Paris doesn't think of Paris.
Yeah,
as a
yeah.
battlehead.
Like for me, she's just such a great mover and a great artist. So that's why I'm like torn between different people for my fifth. So I'm just not gonna pick a fifth one, and you at home can
Pop yourself in there.
You know what I would make? Yeah, I would maybe do like J Funk is a good shout. I think he could be my fifth.
I was going to ask about that actually, like, because he's undeniably like great, but specifically for hip hop, would you pop him in there? But he covers hip hop and crump for you, doesn't he? So.
Yes, and more than that. So, because as a hip hop dancer, he wouldn't be in my five. Like just plain. Debatable whether he would be in my five. I don't think so. But in terms of because I'm also thinking covering styles of music, and I'm thinking of like covering different things. So like with Jordan, if I was coaching this five who I had, it's like, right, if there's a crump song, of course Jordan's going in. If there's a song that Jordan knows,
yes,
even if Sonny also knows a song, if Jordan knows the musicality to the song,
you're going.
Jordan's going,
I
because
thought
Sonny
that
can be good on anything.
When you said up there with Sonny, I did think, it's Jordan. I think it's Jordan.
And then he can
Performance
also
as well, like
if it gets to and this is the thing with his performance, if it gets to like, because this can also happen where it's like, let's say we hope that Jordan
he's gonna love this.
Let's say we hope that Jordan is gonna go on like one of his stronger things, which is maybe like crump music or popular like UK music or something like that, right? Let's say he gets like a funk song or a house song, right, where like the other guys have gone first, he's last, and he's just got no choice but to dance on this. His performance element is going to save him on a lot of things. So I would always tell them, leave Jordan till last, have Sonny, have like, maybe like someone like Sonny go first just to kick it off with, because Sonny can also dance on anything and look good. So it's like the two that can dance on anything means no matter what song comes first, Sonny goes. No matter what song comes last, Jordan can save it. And then the other guys in the middle position yourself based on the sound of the music that comes.
like the guys in the middle just do whatever the fuck you want.
We got this. The bookends got this.
But yeah, so I'm going Brooke, Frankie, Sonny, Jordan, Bagsy. I think that's
strong.
What a team full of men.
Well,
I'm
sorry. What a podcast full of women. So balances.
Well, full. We're like half, 50%. That's not full.
No, it's not 50%.
No,
it's 75% actually.
True that. Woo! Let's go.
Representation.
Sorry.
Your five was complete. Was your five complete?
Yeah.
Because you did.
Yeah. Done already.
All right. Well, that was a good question.
That was actually a good question.
That took us all sorts of directions. I'm sweating.
I enjoyed that.
I'm sweating a bit.
Jules.
Thanks, Jules, for your question. Jewel Santana. Jewel San Firehouse.
All right.
Yes. So we last couple of announcements and then we'll wrap so that we don't keep the people here for 2 hours
and then
again.
I'll wrap. Yo, listen to me. Yo. Okay. That was my rap. Okay.
Switch chairs.
There is an event happening on Saturday, the 11th of June at Peckham Levels. It's brought to you by Dance Cypher London, and the name of the event I think is Impact by Seja. So there are workshops, dance classes, showcases, cypher battles. Who's teaching? Inga and the Mola are teaching Hustle. House is teaching Troy. Troy is teaching House with Troy, Afro Dance with Olu, and then showcases. There's spoken word, dance performance by Rhythm and Flow, rap showcase by Epic, and then the All Styles Cypher Battle is judged by Bagsy, Clara, Shortbread, DJ Debo, and Bully Beef. Who's Bully Beef?
Danai.
Oh.
Harris.
Cool.
I'm sure there's a story behind that name, but I kind of like not knowing the story.
It's
Yeah.
probably so dumb.
Yeah, just like, why is your name Bully? Did he bully some roast beef at some point?
Or did he beef?
Have beef with someone called
And he's a
Bully.
bully. Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
makes way more sense.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then, so that's happening. If you want to find out about it, I would say go on Instagram and look for dancecipher.ldn. So that's that. And then we also briefly mentioned that UK B-Boy Champs is happening. And it's happening on Saturday.
I think Chaz mentioned it.
Yeah. I mean, but we mentioned it through the podcast.
Ah.
So I would just bring it back. So Saturday, 25th of June, 2022. So that's this year. At the O2 Forum in Kentish Town.
25th of June.
Yeah, bruh.
That's soon, man.
That is
Very.
soon.
I'm not here.
I'm not here.
Why?
I'm in Cyprus.
Oh,
You are never here, girl.
I'm sometimes here.
You are largely international.
I'm largely here.
Do you need help?
With being in
Indian.
Cyprus? Or
Are you
being-
working?
Yeah.
Do you need help?
Yes.
Great.
Okay.
in Cyprus. She wants to come to Cyprus.
Yeah, come Cyprus.
I'll come
Okay.
everywhere you go.
Create is coming up as well. Do you have details or shall I?
No, do it.
So create. You coming? Yeah, you are
Yeah.
coming.
What's that?
You should. I think you'd like it. It's similar to the
Oh, that thing.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah. I done. Is it like to live music and stuff?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was gonna say it's
done.
like the thing that you won.
Yeah. I
Is it
was-
to live music?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Pretty sure.
Yeah, this thing's pretty good. I know Gary done it last year and he done quite well. Yeah.
Gary.
Nice.
Also, can I say this about it as a 23rd of June?
There you go. 23rd of June in Birmingham.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Sophia will be there. We're going. Tally will be
Boom.
there. Jen won't be there. Coming.
she won't.
Sick.
What did I deadline for application is it?
That's for the online,
Okay.
so you could qualify online.
Copy that.
But it's really good. It's like it's on live music. You have like different challenges. It's like they pay you up. They do all sorts of concepts, but it's really like not like battle. Let's
Yeah.
get each other. It's like express yourself and stuff. Are you? What are you doing?
I don't know if I'm allowed to say what
Yeah,
I'm
okay,
doing.
let's not say it. You're not on the. Are you on?
No, no.
No, so
definitely
we're not gonna say it.
Tally
But
will just
be
happen to be there.
there. Love
Question
Birmingham.
mark. If you want to find out more about it and you want to take a little trip to Birmingham, you can go on Instagram to find out more. Create.lab. So that's KRE the number 8 dot lab LAB. So KR. I'm doing it like people can't rewind.
Create.labrador.
Create.labrador. .uk.co.uk.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's happening all in the coming weeks, but we have maybe another podcast before then, so we'll remind you again.
You got
Yeah,
a
we-
break mission.
I'm not able to be at Break Mission actually. Family stuff, unfortunately. Not that spending time with my family is unfortunate, but the things I have to do with my family are unfortunate
Oh, deep.
based on my dad's stuff.
Oh, okay.
But what was I going to say? Yeah, so I won't be at Break Mission, unfortunately. But yeah, Break Mission is also coming up 17th, 18th, and 19th of this month, also in Birmingham.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Birmingham, and it's
Yeah.
hip hop, breaking, and whacking. I think
I have no
I can
idea.
just check this in front of me.
I have it. I'm
Okay.
faster than you.
Woo!
Yeah, so breaking, whacking, after party. That's not a category.
That's a style.
And I think
That's something that would be in like a ballroom event. I'm gonna walk after party.
the category is, but why can't I see anything else? Is it just whacking and breaking? That's a weird.
No, because I think there's breaking battles. Because I think break mission is very breaking heavy,
Yeah,
and they just do like little.
it is a break-in event, but I think there's-
I judged it last year,
yeah.
but it just says whacking, breaking, whacking, breaking, whacking, breaking. Last year they had popping.
breaking, whacking, and all styles. Look on the anyway. I've got it here. So there's breaking, whacking, and all styles, and there's some workshops and such.
And graffiti.
3 versus 3. Yeah, There's all sorts of stuff. Go and check out Break Mission page.
There's so much information about events. Like I'm saying this just as a thinking out loud, but it's like there's so many different flyers for one event, but also it's so hard to fit all the information just on, like, it's nice to just be able to go to one place and get all the information.
That's what used to be good about Facebook event pages. When we used to use Facebook more, is like you see the event page and it just has everything, and now it's like Insta post for a judge, Insta post for the this thing.
Yeah, and then you're looking and you're like, but what time does it start, and where
then that's
is
its
it?
own post. And then
How's the calendar getting on?
That was what I was about to say to you when we turned off the camera, but it's fine. But let's get back on the calendar.
Okay.
The calendar is not getting on very well because
no one's submitting things.
Yeah, and then I realized it's like I can't. I mean, if you are listening and you want to submit things, please do. But I have to do the work and reach out and find the events. I can't rely on people submitting events. Because when I did update it for a few months,
it helped.
I went to a few events and people were like, I'm only here because I saw it on your event calendar or something like that. And I was like, oh, that's sick.
Great.
But
it's just hard to keep up.
It's so hard. And I knew that at the beginning, but we're on it. We're a team now.
Boom.
It's harder to keep up than it looks, and that's why it hasn't really been done consistently anywhere in the world in any scene,
because it's so hard.
Yes, it is hard,
and it's a lot of work. But you know what I did today, actually, because part of my job of being the producer is that looking for things that are coming up, and then I was like, where would I find events that are coming up? And then I was just like I went on the Capsule, and I was like, that's really stupid that I'm going on the Capsule to look what I should announce on the Capsule.
That's pretty funny,
but also a compliment to you.
Yes.
So take it.
But you didn't find anything, so they're not a compliment.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's all the event announcements, right?
That's all the events announcement. Thank you for
on the agenda.
Thank you for flying with
Air Jenny Lou Dog.
Okay. So the last thing I will say is that we have some interviews coming out also. They are a backlog of interviews that have been sitting in the Capsule store cupboard, metaphorically.
Backlog.
Okay. He was holding that one in for about 2 minutes. Do it again.
Backlog.
Okay.
I did it British too.
You did, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I showed her the one Kano song, and then every time I do something 3 times in a row, she says, that means you're a direct rude boy.
Yeah, but that was backup dancer.
Okay, that's not Kano. That's
Stormzy.
Yeah, something backup dancer.
Okay. Welcome to the UK.
The immersion is complete.
Were you raised on a barn?
When she heard that song, she spent a long time just calling me a backup dancer randomly.
Backup dancer.
Anyway, so we have a bunch of interviews coming out
with backup dancers.
Not all of them are backup dancers. Some of them are backup dancers. No, none of them are actually. Some really good ones actually. So they'll be out every Sunday, I believe, from this Sunday, hopefully. So check out the Capsule YouTube, and we're going to start finally pushing those back out. I did a podcast this weekend with DJ Fame. We spoke for about 2 hours.
Nice.
Once I edit out everything that cannot be broadcast, it might be 7 minutes long.
Oh no! Why?
We got really drunk. And
oh
yes,
yeah, you were sat where you were sat doing it. I was like, was there nowhere else in the room to do it? You were just like slumped over a bedside table.
Yeah, we were sitting on the floor. We drank a lot of Pims, of all things.
Oh, lovely.
And then it was like there was so much interruptions.
Not a Maggie to be seen.
No, it'll be a good interview. But that's going to be like at the end. There's a bunch of other ones coming out. Gilu, Fies, who else did I do with? Homebros is coming out at some point.
Oh, nice.
Who else is in that list? The Groovenometry panel that had Suyez, Alex, Gilu and Fies on it. The Move It, we did some talks at Move It, so those are going to come out. Olu and Marlon was one of them, so that's a nice interview. But
yeah, till the end of the year then.
Yeah, it's at least 8, I think. Oh, and then there's the big one with Sunny, Karam and Kelvin.
Yes.
All in one podcast, so that's going to be a good one. Jenny, what are you waiting to say? So annoying.
Backlog.
You mentioned a lot of backup dancers.
Yeah, you mentioned a lot of backlog.
This is how we do.
Yeah, there's so many podcasts to come. That's like us till January.
I don't think it's that long if it's the
Okay,
week.
I'm
It's like-
exaggerating, but you know what I mean.
okay. I think it's time to-
Where's this second wind come from?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's too hot.
Who closed the window?
It was too much noise from the cars. I could hear it.
Okay.
I'm the producer.
Okay.
Back up dance.
Producer. That doesn't work. It has to start with a B. Backup dancer.
It's time to go, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's time to go. All right. Well, thanks everyone for listening. Jenny cut us off so quickly last week. I said, "Well, I think it's time to wrap." And she goes, "Okay, everyone, bye." I was gonna take us out.
Okay, take me out.
Well, now it's pressure because it was an unspoken thing, but now you've spoke it.
Yes, I spoke it, so do it.
Okay. Well, thank you everyone for being here. Thank you to Sophia. We will eventually get you a mic, and before that, we will definitely get you headphones because every phone call or video that we've watched, you can't hear anything.
Lovely
just
to have you, Kane.
Sitting there in silence. Yeah, lovely to have Kane in the house. Definitely won't be the last time, and we definitely need to set up an interview with some of you
Lovely
guys.
to have your toes here as well.
Yeah, I brought my toes out just because I know that Tally really loves them. And it's just every week after the pod, she's like, "I love the pod, but I'm just so sad that you wore socks." Because
Joe commented as well.
yeah, one time Joe commented because I was crossing my legs and I had my toes out, and he was sad about it. Anyway, it's also lovely to have you here. Love you lots,
Love
mate.
you.
Thank you for
Love
being here,
you.
Jen. You're okay. You'll do.
Say it's lovely to have me here.
It's lovely to have you here, and there would be no one to forget to press buttons if it wasn't for you. You missed a mic.